Hello, welcome back to Will's World Reviews and More. Today, well, it's my second video. I'm going to start my reviews on Brazil 2014 World Cup. Basically, this one is just going to be a bit of a preview. Later on tonight, maybe, I will do my first one of the official matches, because obviously it's Brazil versus Croatia this evening. It doesn't kick off until 9. So, maybe finish about 11, half 11. If I have time, I'll do that first review of that then. Like I say, this one is just first a preview of the whole tournament. I'm excited. I hope you're excited for it because it's going to be awesome. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women out there, not to be sexist, there's a lot of women out there whose husbands are probably going to be pre-involved with this. And maybe there's probably a lot of husbands out there whose wives are pre-involved with this. And, me and Jazz, I think, are getting there where we can start watching the matches together and getting really involved. So yeah, let's hope that's the case. Let's all get behind England and let's see what we can do. No one's under any illusions here. I don't think anyone seriously thinks England's going to win the World Cup. And that's not to say that we're not being patriotic or we're not kind of getting behind the team. It's just that, in recent showings, that it would be difficult to kind of imagine us really doing it. But that's not to say I don't quite believe it could happen because I know personally that anything can happen in this world, so who knows? So yeah, let's have a bit of a preview then. I picked up a guide at the weekend. It's a bit out of date because some of the people in the England squad in here are not in, like Andros Townsend and Andy Carroll, Kyle Walker, but that's about it. But overall, I think England have got a really good squad this year. They've really gone for that mixture of experience and youth. I know it's a cliche, but they really have. I mean, you've got likes of Gerrard and Lampard there who are going to be able to anchor that midfield and basically let the younger players like Sterling and Barkley and Lallana to some extent to run kind of free and create the goals and the movements that we need to be successful. I'm looking forward to see what kind of role Rooney will play in this World Cup. There's people who've been saying that he may start on the left a lot, or he may go in that favoured role behind the main striker, which is likely to be Sturridge. But it was interesting to hear him say that he would play anywhere, even in goal. And I think I'd rather stick with Joe Hart, to be honest, or Fraser Forster. So yeah, I mean, it could be a really, really nice, interesting World Cup, and for someone who, me personally, I've been watching it really since 1998. I think that was the first one I could actually remember properly what was going off because we were in school and they actually cancelled all the lessons when England were playing and we watched the football. So that was the first kind of thing I remember of World Cup. And then I kind of drifted around and about and I kind of knew it was there and got the odd occasional shirt and watched the rise of David Beckham and but really didn't kind of get back into it again until 2006. It was Germany, wasn't it, I think, and that was when I started watching it quite seriously. 2008 Euros, not so much. 2010 World Cup, I was kind of in and out of uni, so I kind of caught bits of it, but I was actually a bit disinterested and was disappointed with England showing. And then 2 years ago at the Euros, that's when I started doing my my blog on the matches, and this is what's led to me doing the videos here today. So enough of that, and let's have a quick look about what we think may happen. Now, obviously it's in Brazil, a World Cup in Brazil, that's like a once in a lifetime thing. Anything can happen. There's been a lot of discussion about how the ground's not been up to scratch, or it's been delayed, and there's loads of stuff. And obviously, there's a lot of controversy going on at the moment about the Qatar bid, 2022, I think it is. So, basically, we're hoping that the World Cup can show us the good side of football. Basically, it doesn't matter about anything else. Just let's put the good side of football on the pitch. Let's get that going. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. And 2 teams go through from each. And so let's have a look. So Group A, we have Brazil, home nation, Croatia, Mexico, and Cameroon. Now this is not an easy group for Brazil. They could have got it easier. looking at it on paper, you'd probably say that Croatia would be their biggest threat. You know, I'm going on here saying that I think Brazil will definitely finish for second, and I think Croatia will sneak that other spot. They have the best chance, I think. I mean, Brazil, obviously, I think Neymar's going to shine for them. I think it's his time to kind of, really kind of put himself on the big stage. Obviously, he still plays for Barcelona, but he still hasn't kind of got in there that kind of limelight. In here, it also says to watch Thiago Silva plays for Paris Saint-Germain, so maybe that's something. Croatia, they've got some good players. Mario Mandzukic plays for Bayern Munich. Even Rakitic is one to watch. Modric, he's a good player. I'm trying to work out. Does what's his name play for them? I'm not sure. Guy who plays for Hull now. Played for Rangers and played for Everton. I can't remember his name. But anyway, yeah. So they've got some decent players. I think they'll finish second, but that's not to disrespect Mexico and Cameroon, because I think they've got a good chance. I think Javier Hernandez has got a great chance of being top scorer in that group. Such a goal poacher for Man United and his country, and I think he could be the top goal scorer in there. I think it probably won't be enough to get his team through. And then as for Cameroon, we've got, of course, the old man that is Samuel Eto'o. He's got another good chance of being top scorer, proving Jose Mourinho wrong, whatever. And they've also got Alex Song. So, maybe they could surprise Brazil and Croatia, Mexico and Cameroon. But I'm going with those two as my picks. Okay, Group B. We have, of course, reigning champions, Spain. And, what else can be said about Spain, really? To be honest, we know what's going on with them. How good they are, the quality of players they've got. Obviously, it is kind of, in Group B, you've got Spain, Netherlands, Chile and Australia. And you'd have to be very, very brave to bet against Spain and Netherlands not making it through. I mean, I think Robben is going to be a key player for the Netherlands still. Spain, obviously, you've got Xavi. I think he's really going to shine. And of course, Holland have departed manager Louis van Gaal and Van Persie, which I think he's got a good chance, if he stays fit, of being top scorer in that group. Of course, the other two teams are Chile and Australia, and not to be disrespectful to them, but you would have to say that there's a good chance those two aren't going to qualify. Obviously, you've got Tim Cahill playing for Australia. He's always been a good player for them and for his clubs. And in terms of Chile, you've got Alexis Sanchez, plays for Barcelona. Maybe he could kind of create a bit of a storm. Right, on to Group C. And let's have a look who we have in there. If I can find it. Yes. Colombia, Greece, Ivory Coast and Japan. That is quite a surprising group. There's this could be quite open, one of the most open ones. Colombia, I have to say, I do not know much about Colombia. I haven't. How much says in here they've had a 16-year absence from the World Cup or the biggest stage or whatever. Says their player to watch is Adrian Ramos, plays for Hertha Berlin, and James Rodriguez plays for Monaco. So yeah, I'd say it's unlikely that they will qualify, but the other three, you've got Greece, who of course won the Euros 10 years ago. We've got some good players, Georgios Karagounis, who's just been released from Fulham. He's he's their captain, I think, and he's a good player. And they've also got Georgios Samaras, Celtic, possibly on his way back to Premier League. He used to play for Man City, and I think he could be top scorer in this group. So he's one to watch. Then you've got Ivory Coast, and you have Japan. Now these two teams, Ivory Coast are very, very strong. They've got some good players. You've got your Touré brothers, obviously, Kolo and Yaya. They're going to be influential for them. And of course Drogba, who could still shine on the big stage and maybe take that top scorer berth And they've also got Wilfred Boney, played for Swansea. Scored a lot of goals last year, so he could be another one. Japan, Man United's Kagawa is perhaps the one to watch. Still young, could make a bit of a scene. But I'm going to go with Ivory Coast to win the group, and I think Greece probably to take that runner-up berth in there. Right, Group D. We have... Well, actually, I should probably stop here now because I'm going to fit this on. So I'll do the second half in a minute, so come back and watch the rest, please.